أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Today it's going to be somewhat of a review, but for a purpose, and that is to show you some things that you can do to help yourself. Let's say David in the Bible said he encouraged himself. I think you find that in 1 Samuel. He encouraged himself. You can encourage yourself. I know, that I put it like this, it appears that many of us are just satisfied with however we have learned to say whatever we say. But, and we're saying we're not doing for conversation. We are communicating with Allah as instructed by way of reciting from the revelation that He has sent down to us. And that being such a powerful message, it would appear to me that we would want to do better. Now that's just me. It would appear to me that we would want to do better. So I'm striving with the best of my ability to do everything I can to help. So what we have on the board today, aside from this bottom down here in the square, that's something else we're going to talk about just before we close out. But we have a sample to show you how we are doing the Al-Fatiha. You may pray and you might not say another part of the Quran that I say, but we all have to say the Al-Fatiha. Is that correct? Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "He who does not recite the Al-Fatiha has not prayed." So I don't have the whole Al-Fatiha up there, but I have it have enough of it to show you what it's like. And for those who are interested in trying to improve yourself, I have a whole copy for you here. I did my machine ran out of ink this morning, but I think I have enough here for those of us who are here. I want to make sure I save a copy or two for the brothers coming from Michigan, because they also participate in the telephone Quranic Arabic discussion that we have. So just to quickly show you how this is on this paper, I'm using two different colors, and I'm using the color system in two different ways. The first line, which is at the top, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. That's the system that I told you about from the very beginning, where I use red to indicate the vowel sounds. So in this syllable, bis, the vowel is here, I. Mil, vowel here. La, the vowel red. So here, red vowel. Rah, red. Ma, red. That's the a. And so each line that I wrote like that, that's the regular way of writing. I showed you the vowels in red. Then the second line is the same as the first line, but it is broken down into syllables. And this time I use the colors, the two different colors, in a different way. I alternate in colors for syllables. So the first syllable, bis, is red. Mil, black. La, red. Here, black. Rah, red. Ma, black. Nir, red. Ra, black. Hain, red. And that way now, Allah blessed me with that idea, working with people on the phone, and they don't have a board to show them. So when we're on the telephone conferencing, I say which line we're on, and then hopefully you can keep up. Matter of fact, I know you can keep up if you want to, if you don't go to sleep, because I say it slow. So instead of saying Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, imagine not having the board. You just have the sheet in front of you. I say bis, you can see it, right? Mil, la, Rahmanir Rahim. And you should be at the end of the line with me. Then I say line 1. Then I say line 2 to those on the phone, see? So that they'll know he's through with that line. And I also have the lines numbered, by the way. So not just, you have to figure out I have the line numbered with a circle around the number, so to assist him. And I am also letting you know that I don't have a whole lot of communications, but some people do call me from time to time. I will assist you whenever I can. One believer wants to have private sessions, and he's willing to pay. Well, I explained to him that I do not charge for the instructions. But since I am working now, all right, if you're going to take some of my time away from my work, then my average working hour is such and such, and if you want some of that time, then you will have to, in order to take me off my job, take me out of my car. All right, I'm the boss, I can come out whenever I want to. But I would rather give it to you generously and freely. All right, like at this session here, we can even set up other classes. We can set up more live classes. We have this class every first Sunday, and then every Sunday we have a Quranic Arabic discussion, and we do this kind of thing on the phone, just the way we're talking to you. But I want to show you further how this goes. So we only get down to Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. That's as far as we have here, all right? So but I do want to show you how that actually goes with syllables. So let's go back over syllables again. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So it's not Rahmanir Rahim, because if it's a Rahman, then you're putting the shat down and making it 2. It's Rahman, it's man. And then the noon goes and connects to the next word, nir. All right? So we have to learn how to join the words together. That's called the rules of tajweed. That's what we're dealing with, how to tie the words together without duplicating sounds, without making sounds that should not be there. If you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, you are saying it wrong. It's Rahmanir Rahim. All right? Ma is a syllable, and then the noon goes and connects with the next word. Skipping this letter here and this one, going to this one that has a shat down, the ra, and it goes nir. And so here it is here, nir. All right? That's how that's done. I'm trying to show you clearly so you can see that it's not just a matter of choice. Well, that's the way I say it. If you're saying it Rahmanir Rahim, you are saying it incorrect. You're saying it as if. Let me show you how that would be written if it were Rahmanir Rahim. And I'll erase it very quickly. If it were Rahmanir Rahim, then you would have this. Then there would be Rahmanir Rahim. But that's not there. Okay? So Rahmanir Rahim. All right? And we know that this has to be connected here also, because there's no vowel here and no vowel here. These are two letters. Those two, this one is muted or silenced, waqt, because we're going to use the rule of tajweed is that we use the vowel off of the preceding word to connect to the next word. And then this letter here, the lam, is a sun letter, and this is a sun letter. So when we have two sun letters together, we wastle the first sun letter, or make it silent, and double the second one. So the lam is silenced, and the ra is double. So it becomes nir, and then again, rahim. All right? Okay, so that's one of what we call the rules of tajweed as far as how to recite the Quran. And the Quran says of itself that we should recite it in slow, or the translations say slow, melodious tones. In other words, it's not just word by word, but the words are connected into a soft harmony. All right. Then we start. So the next line is Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. And then the noon here goes back and connects to the next word. All right. So it goes like this. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen Rahmanir Rahim. Not Rabbil Alameen and then saying Ar-Rahman. You know, if you look in your Quran, you see when you get to Ar-Rahman, and there's no vowel here. There's no vowel here. So that means we have to use the vowel off of the preceding word. If you see, when you see a letter written and there's no vowel on it, it's a consonant letter and there's no vowel on it, that means you have to use the vowel from the preceding syllable, all right? Preceding word. Okay. So that's, anyone have any questions about what we're doing here? I see one of my brothers coming in from Michigan now, so I got his, I don't know whether, will you sleep on the phone this morning?
You were long-winded this morning.
I wasn't long-winded, I was just trying to cover everything you wanted to cover. Okay, but anyway, I do.
That question was 9:30 before you got up there.
No, well, 9:30 your time, you're right. It was 8:30 our time, all right. All right. See what's happening? The reason why it seems like it's so long to you, because you're all ahead of me, so that makes it seem like it's longer, doesn't it? No, not really. We did stay a long. I didn't realize it was that long, but because we cover more than the Al-Fatiha on the discussion we had this morning. All right. So, do you have any questions or comments before I bring this to you down here about Mustafa? Any questions or comments on how we do the syllabication to read the Quran? And that's not something that's made up. Everybody does it. Even you are doing it when you do it wrong. You're just putting some syllables there that's not there. Every human being speaks in syllables, reads in syllables. A syllable is the smallest pronounceable part of a word. So you're making syllables also. We just want to make sure that you're making the syllables correctly. You're pronouncing the syllables correctly. All right? No questions? No comments? You got it, right? That means you'll be able to have it. All right. Then, the next thing that we want to present to you today is the word Mustafa. Mustafa. That is one of the names of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know, like he was called Al-Amin, he was called As-Sadiq, he was also called Mustafa. Who knows what Mustafa means? Anybody know what Mustafa means? Somebody don't know. We got, well, they're not in here now, but we have someone.
I should know. I should know. I can't think of it now.
Mustafa.
Mustafa. The chosen one.
The chosen one. Yes, that's it. The chosen one. I know. So it takes a look at this morning. I couldn't think of a word. I mean, I thought of it after. I even text Brother Anthony afterwards. I couldn't think of the word what Iblis said when Allah told him to get down from here, and he says, one place he says Anzurni, but the places I wanted, I found it after we got off the phone. I found it. The place where he says Fanzurni, not Anzurni means he's saying that he wants to be watched. Fanzurni means right now, watch me. Nazara means to watch. Now I want to show you. Well, I'll get back to this. When he says, when Allah tells him to get down, he says, Fanzurni. And he said, what he's saying is, then watch me. When? Right now. Fan means right now. Watch me. Watch what? Watch how I'm going to trick your man. The one that that's what he's talking to Allah about. The man that Allah, well, not the man. Allah says he's putting, some people think he says man, but he says I'm putting a Khalifa. I'm going to make a Khalifa. He doesn't say I'm going to make a man. So I'm going to make a Khalifa. Some translators say to say man, but he says I'm going to make a Khalifa. And that's when, and even the angels question Allah. And it says, what? You going to make that which will make mischief and cause bloodshed? That wasn't a man. That was Khalifa. All right, put him in charge. But anyway, so it's in the Quran several times. But the one where it says "Fanzurni" with the fa. That's the 14th chapter. At least that one place. I found it one place before I quit this morning. The 14th chapter and the 36th verse. 14th chapter and the first and the 36th verse. And what he's saying to Allah, what he says to Allah, then watch me. Watch me what? I'm going to come up on your man from in front of him, from your Khalifa, from in front of him, from behind him, from his right and from his left. And when you come back for him, you're going to find out he's not going to be grateful for that great honor that you have bestowed upon him. Back to Mustafa. Okay, Mustafa means the chosen one. But you know, we choose in different ways. Some of you may remember playing little ball games like softball, baseball, or basketball, and somebody be a captain. It's all right, you choose. You choose. I choose him. I choose him. And we have a criteria for the way we choose, don't we?
That's correct.
So if it's basketball, you might want to choose the one who's the best shot or the tallest or whatever it is. But you're choosing based on what you know. So how?
They need for sale. I gotta remember.
So how are we choosing?
Well,
That's what this is all. In other words, Allah didn't say, "Oh, look at Muhammad over there. He tall, handsome. He got black hair. I think I will choose him." No, he didn't. That wasn't the criteria. The criteria. How do you know, Ajin? Because it's right here in the word. In the word Mustafa, which Mu means the person. The Sad, Safa are actually this is the infix here. Here's the root letters here. Safaya. And Safa means to make clear. To make clear. Or let me just read to you. I brought the dictionary so I just wouldn't have to try to remember everything, and I have it marked so I don't have to turn to it. Don't have to have a hard time finding it. It says, to be clear, pure, to take the best of. Astaghfir, to take the best of. All right? So, Allah wasn't saying I'm choosing Muhammad because he's tall or because he's Arab, but it's because he's clear, he's pure. How do we know this also? It's because the Prophet, historically we're told, that he used to go up into the Mount Hira, in the cave of Hira, and meditate alone, trying to get clarity on the foolishness that he saw going on in his society. It's got to be better than this. So he was seeking clarity, and therefore he became Mustafa. The Mu here is the same Mu that you know where? You know somewhere else. Where do you know? Who knows the Mu from somewhere else? Muslim, yes, the same Mu for Muslim. It means the person who is, Muslim is the person who is seeking safety or seeking peace, all right? Muslim. Mustafa is the one who is seeking clearness, all right? As a matter of fact, before we work with this a little bit more, you know, there on Hajj, there's a place, a part of the ritual of Hajj, that's related to the same word. We have the two hills that we run between. Who remembers what those hills are? Pardon? No, that's the valley.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all right. Safa. That's a Safa. That's Safa. And Marwa, but this one hill is from the same word, Safa. Because what was Hagar doing? She was running from one to the other one, trying to get some clarity on the situation that she was in. How me and my baby gonna make it in this situation? So she run up to the top of the hill, trying to get some clarity, trying to get things clear. So you see how that's the language is meaningful, not just some sounds. It has meanings to it. All right. So Mustafa. Now, there is one thing that I want to show you about this word Mustafa, and that is because the root letter. This is the root letter, Sa-Fa-Ya. Because it's a Sad, this is a Sad instead of Sin, then this letter here is really this letter. All right, it's really this. It's ta. But because it's following the heavy sound, then they use the ta instead of ta. All right. So now, if you remember, ta is what we call a reflexive prefix, meaning that it is that which prefix or infix. That it means that whatever the action is involved in this, whatever the verb is, not just for this word, that action is coming back to benefit the one who is doing it. All right. So this person is doing this for himself. It's coming back to him. The clarity is coming. Safa is clear, is to be clear, and he's looking for clarity for himself. So this ta is really ta in its meaning that that it is coming back to the one who's doing it. So you and I both can also be Mustafa if we astafa, if we seek clearness, seek clarity. All right. Okay. And I also put this up here because of this word today, because of the mispronunciation. We know people who even have the name themselves, and they call themselves Mustafa. It's not Mustafa, it's Mustafa. All right, Mustafa. All right, right, brother Mustafa. It's in his family. I saw him shaking it. He knows somebody, but I don't know what his name is, but he knows somebody because he heard it also. It's Mustafa, not Mustafa, but Mustafa. All right. Okay, and then I put this down here. This is the archaic spelling of this word here, meaning sufwan, which just means clearness in itself. That is the clearness. But this is to seek clarity here. All right? Any questions or comments on what we have presented today? All right? Before I run out, make sure that I get the 2 active students that I know I have. And this is, I told you I was going to do this morning before we got here, and I loved it, but you see this kept running a little faded because I was running out of ink. Now that I have taken care of Mustafa, the 2 chosen ones, all right, anyone else would like, I think I have enough for everyone if you want to see it, all right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's my presentation for today. Unless someone has, if no one has any other questions, any comments, then Brother Imam, give you some change today.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I see a little marker here.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about Savior's Day. We'll get Brother Akbar up here, so that he start the business program. As we know, the Savior's Day will be in New Orleans, and the lecture part will be in the library, and then we have a particular hall that has the food for the banquet. We're still, let's see. Those of you who have been working with us on the Savior's Day Committee, and it's open to everybody. This is the national, and what has happened. It was an excellent job, Sister Irene. They had a local committee. Basically, the people that traveled around with them, and they studied the Ramadan session. They go from one city to another as a traveling group, and they're based out of New Orleans. And so they had a subcommittee. And that's the best way to do it, especially when we do it here. If we have a Savior's Day program, a local program, you have a subcommittee that does the legwork and so forth, and then you have the national convention. And they put together a beautiful plan. How many of you have been to New Orleans? Oh, well, okay. The rest of whoever else going to make it a new trip. Now I'm from Louisiana. I've never been to New Orleans. Brother Akbar, when you're ready,
okay.
We'll start.
Okay.
And so it's going to be at Southern University, the extension of the University of Southern, which is in Baton Rouge. And My uncle taught there. In fact, he before they called it the computer department, he was a genius in math, and he actually established the computer department at Southern University. And his son is I don't know if he's a professor or not, but he works there at Southern. And so Southern University, and so we will be at the extension there, and so on Friday we'll have Juma, and after Juma they're going to have a trip where it'll be like a bus ride to a plantation, and it's actually a tour of a plantation that's in Louisiana. Then when we come back, a brother who's he's an awardee, I don't have his name right now, I'll bring it back. Awardee, he's an excellent cook, and he I think he's supposed to do gumbo for the dinner that night. And then on Sunday we have the program that we'll be working with the Ramadan session group, or the committee, and that brother, he's going to cook for breakfast. So we're going to get some of that good old New Orleans cooking. I guess well, I'm not a cook, but that dining is supposed to be something else. And so we have Juma, like I said, we have Juma on Friday. Then on Saturday we'll have the main program. It will be at the library. Then we have the banquet. And the banquet, we've already got the awardees and so forth. We'll wait for the mosqueers when the flyer come out and announce the awardees, because we've got to make sure we get everything arranged and so forth. So everything is going real well. And I know Imam Anthony, he's on the committee. We've got a few more people that's on the committee. But the spirit is high. The spirit is high. What you want to do, you really want to do everything in advance. The hotel room is in blocks, so you want to call and reserve right now, and that way once we fill up one block, we can get another block and so forth. And the rooms are going fast, so we encourage everybody to call and reserve their room. And then flights, if you're going to take a flight, you should look back and forth to see when you can get the cheapest rate. Brother Akbar said he's going to wait until after the holidays. He thinks it might be cheaper. And so you want to go back and forth and see what the cheapest rate. You can do what you want, but I recommend flight to and flight back straight. They have a lot of connecting flights. And they have some pretty good ones cheaper. Sister Robin mentioned one from Houston or something like this, Sister Robin.
Yeah, if you're going to Houston.
And if you're going to Houston, then, you can rent a car or something like that, and then get there in a short period of time.
What's the distance between Houston?
It's 4 hours.
4 hours.
But it's like if somebody were interested.
Yeah.
But we're going straight in and out, non-connected.
And I just give you an example. Wharfdee, Mohammed II, and us. I was riding with him over the same plane. We took a plane to Dallas. Dallas wasn't that far. Got to Dallas, and we had fog. We had to wait 8 hours. We came in at last minute for the banquet at night. We got there maybe about 1 o'clock in Dallas. The banquet was 8 o'clock. We got to the banquet